Hey everyone, it's Guitar Fan 7 here. I'm going to do a review today of the Thalia Capo. Just before I get started with anything, I kind of speak out of order, so there's no structure to this review. I just kind of say what comes to mind. Just so you get an up-close view of it, it's the black chrome with the red crimson something or other. And these are basically my first impressions with it. I'll do a review of it on a few different guitars. So, the first review I'm going to do, or the first guitar I'm going to use, is this Art & Lutherie. This is my dad's guitar, which I'm trying to sell, by the way, if any of you are interested. Great guitar. Right now I've got a rubber fret pad on here. You can see the different radii on the back. You probably can't see that, but this is a 16-inch radius. And I'll also do the same for my Seagull guitar here real quick. But right now I've got my dad's guitar in open C tuning. So it's pretty in tune. And what I'm mostly focusing on is how the Thalia Capo will keep your guitar in tune, because I've noticed that it does a really good job at it. Again, rubber fret pad, 16-inch diameter, open C tuning, and okay. Whenever I did a review, not a review. I did a cover by a song by John Butler called Ocean. If you want to check it out, my cover's in one of my other videos. But I used just a traditional capo right here. And these are great, there's nothing wrong with these. But they tend to, especially with open tunings, they tend to put your guitar out of tune a little bit. That's what I noticed, especially on my Seagull. Every time I tuned it in open C tuning, I put the capo on the 4th fret like he has in this song, and I had to retune it again. It was frustrating. So, it's actually holding up pretty good on this guitar too. Maybe it's just my guitar is being funny, but I'll have to check that out later. I haven't used this a whole lot. Played that song for a while. But yeah, it's great for that. One of the things I don't necessarily like, you can easily change that by using it this way, but the fact that you've got a whole bunch of bulk right here on the bottom if you play it kind of how they advertise it. And I noticed as I was trying to play some of that stuff up here, since my hands are so big, it often collides with this part of the capo. So you might be better off playing it like this, and it's a little bit easier to put on, even though it's upside down, than a traditional capo, I should say. But then you eliminate that problem. So it's a minor thing, but something to think about. You obviously get the capo that fits you best. So that's just one thing I noticed. The other thing is with the 2.0 version of these, there's a lot more space in between here, which is good on the neck, But another minor thing is it's hard on some guitars, like both of mine, to clamp it up here like I do on my other guitars. I actually took it off, duh. But I can't do that with it as easily. I would prefer not to store it on the nut. Some people might do that. I'm just scared that it might slip off and whack my strings out or something. So anyways, main summary for this guitar is it's an open tuning. It keeps your guitar in open tunings pretty well no matter what fret you're on. Just for fun, let's try the 8th fret. So it works really good. I'm quite surprised with how much I like this capo. Let's move on to the real reason I got this capo. It's for my classical guitar, because my other, I think it's Kaiser. My Kaiser capo does not fit on this at all. It's too thick of a neck. This is a 2-inch. This has a 2-inch nut right here, and this will fit it a lot better. Let me take the fret pad off. Where did I put it? I don't have my glasses on right now. There it is. So one thing I really like about these capos is you don't have to get a separate capo for each guitar. You can get one capo and it'll be generally universal for all of your guitars. This one is this is not the rubber one. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. This is not the rubber fret pad. And there's advantages and disadvantages to that you can check out on their website. But this one, you can put it up here because I guess my classical guitar has a thicker headstock. We'll just do the tuning test again. Oh, it's in drop D, never mind. So it's pretty good in tune, according to my standards. We'll just put it on the 5th fret. Whoa, whoa. So it does a pretty good job. These are nylon strings, so they're a little bit more prone to detuning themselves anyways. With a classical guitar, this is a good option for a capo, but as I was playing around with it, when you get up to like the 7th and 8th fret, there's just barely enough room to get the last string up here. Otherwise it'll slip out. Maybe with the rubber fret pad it's a little bit different. I couldn't tell you, I haven't tried it yet. But one of the other things that they like to use these capos for is changing a key easily in a song, which is another reason why I got this, is because I'm working on arranging a song. I won't play that for you now because I'm not done with it yet. It doesn't sound complete yet. But part of the song that I'm working on, and I haven't gotten this to sound good yet. I'm not very fluid with changing the capo yet, but I'll just maybe play the key change part and showcase that feature of the Thalia Capo. Let's see. And the key change. So right there I'm playing from the key of D and I change it to E flat major. I believe I said that right. And that makes it a lot easier than having to use a capo that doesn't fit and is really rubbery and a lot springier. This is pretty easy to depress. Oh. Especially with just one hand. I could try to do it with my right hand, or my left hand, sorry, but I just haven't gotten that far on my song yet. So anyways, it's pretty easy to do that during a song. That's one reason why I do like this capo a lot. I'm curious, actually. I wonder if I can change it. It's almost easier to change it this way. That way you don't have the bulkage down at the bottom. Anyways, I'm just thinking out loud, guys, sorry. So yeah, it works great with the classical guitar up to a certain fret, depending on your guitar and the nut width and everything. On mine it works great up to about the 5th fret, comfortably. Maybe the 6th fret. Maybe, no, not the 7th fret. Yeah. So yeah, let's go on to my Seagull real quick. I won't spend much more time. This is in standard tuning. I should get the right fret pad on. Back to my rubber fret pad for the same fretboard radius. And again, standard tuning, according to my standards, it's pretty tuned. Wow, I can't speak right now. And it stays in tune pretty gosh dang good on the 4th fret, or let's just try another fret. Yeah, anyways, trying to mess around there. Didn't do too good at it. But yeah, overall, I really like this capo. It looks great, by the way. I think, wow, I really like the look of it. I might even get another one. They sent me a coupon for 15% off for after my first purchase, so that's kind of nice of them. I guess a few final thoughts. As far as customer service goes and everything with Thalia Capos, I'm pretty impressed. I emailed them actually a long time ago inquiring about their capos. And they're just a small family business in California, I think, and they just treat their customers awesome. I love the idea of the Thalia Capo from the start. I know the version 1 was not as good as the version 2, and I'm glad I waited to get one. But they are a little bit expensive, so I'll let you decide if it's worth it or not to get one of these. I thought so because mainly I wanted it for that song that I'm working on and just to have a capo for my classical guitar. One of the competitors for Thalia Capos would, I think, be the G7th capo. Another really cool design for lots of guitars. There's not a lot of versatility like you can. I don't think you can. I don't know a lot about G7th. I don't think you can change out the fret pads, which, you know, is definitely nice with this one if you have more than one guitar. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the review, and go get yourself a Thalia Capo.